Hey, my 57 subscribers. What I'm doing today is sort of like a trip planning before I go to a fishing trip, perhaps this week. It's gonna be a saltwater trip, so I decided to just film like a short video of what I'm gonna do. Sort of like a diary, video diary. So, let's start. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna go through like an overview of what kind of tackle I'm gonna use for the trip. So I'm gonna go through the line, type of rod, some lures, hooks, baits, yeah, and that kind of stuff. You can see the list here that I'm gonna discuss. The place I'm fishing would be sort of a pier. Well, this is in Singapore, so you already know like the fishing's pretty tough around here. So I'm gonna be fishing at a spot that kind of looks like this. I'm gonna draw it out for you guys because it's kind of hard to explain. So this would be sort of a jetty, and it's around 10 meters high. Here you go, 10 meters, and it's sort of made into a canal sort of shape, and it's around, I'm not sure, 50 meters wide, and then it continues out. It just breaks off here, and then there's the ocean, all that stuff. All that stuff's the ocean, and I'm gonna be walking along here and fishing. You know, get some biceps there. Yeah. So yeah, just gonna be fishing around these conditions. I'm guessing because the tide starts at around 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But I was thinking of arriving there a bit earlier. So quite a bit earlier actually. I'm gonna arrive at like 5 a.m. to fish. So the only reason why I'm going at 5 a.m. because it's freaking hot out there in 1 o'clock, so decided to just go during the low tide and just wait till the high tide reaches at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and just, you know, fish, relax. I don't really care if I don't catch anything, but anyways, that is the overview of where I'm going to be fishing at the time. So the species I'm targeting, I'm not too sure because this is the first time I'm fishing that particular spot. So what I decided was to go sort of, I try to use ultralight gear because I want to target like a wide range of species, so it doesn't matter how big they are, maybe ranging from this big or up, like fishes from 10 centimeters all the way up to 50, whatever. Will take the bait because I don't want the bait to be too big and sort of scare if that fish is already overfished. So yeah, if the place is overfished, I want to go safe and go finesse before I bring out bigger lures to fish. Like if there's bigger fish in that area, then I would use larger lures. I'd change. But first off, to start, I would use the small kind of finesse tactic, 1.8 inches, so that is really tiny compared to my finger here. Yep. So as I said, I'm not quite sure of what kind of species I'm gonna get, but here's sort of an overview of what I think I would catch. I hope I don't get a copyright strike for doing this, but I'm sort of showing you a website that would show you quite a good index of the type of species of fish that you can get in Singapore. So I'm thinking you could get one of these groupers around here. I'm not sure what species I'm particularly targeting, but we'll see what kind of species we'll get there. Snapper, probably a less likely candidate, but I think the Russell snapper would be the more common fish that I would catch. The rest of these are pretty much impossible. Spangled Emperor would go for bait most likely. So grouper, snapper, that's the main target here. Barramundi, no way. Mackerel, possibly, if there's a feeding frenzy. We all know that the needlefish is really annoying, cuts your line, chases your lures. It gives you a good fight though, but just messes up your leader, so it's not fun. No, Parrotfish, nope, nope, nope. These are all caught by bait. Oh, the trevally. So this is what I'm sort of excited about. So it's pretty unlikely I would catch a trevally, but there's always a chance. So this would be the one I'll be going for, the golden trevally. Really aggressive fish. What else do we have here? So these are like the fish that are commonly caught on boat trips around Singapore. These kinds of flat silver trevallies. The queenfish, no, that's impossible. So mostly trevallies, if they are present. I think they would take the lure. Damselfish, catfish, emperor, cloudfish, sharks. Yeah, I'm totally gonna catch a shark. Yeah, not the bamboo shark. Yeah, these white black tip reef shark. I'm gonna get that on this 1-inch lure. Yeah, that's right. So the next thing would be the gear I'll be using. So what I would mainly be focusing on is, as I said, will be ultralight. So the line, I'm gonna go quite light. This is some shit brand. I mean, it's not a shit brand, but it was really cheap, and yeah, it's pretty old. So I'm not sure if the line would hold, but whatever, 10 pounds. I'm not gonna catch something bigger than 10 pounds. I'll be pretty surprised. Anyways, so 10 pounds I think should do the trick, because most of my butterfly peacocks are caught on this 10-pound line, so I think it's quite sufficient. I don't think I'm gonna catch a grouper or a snapper that would be 30 centimeters or more, so this should do the job. Plus, it's next to the ocean, so it's gonna be pretty windy, I suspect. So casting such a tiny lure like this with like 1/20, like 1.4 gram jig heads would be pretty challenging. So I'm gonna go for the light line, trying to sink it as fast as possible, not let the current drag my bait all the way to a snag or something. So the key would be light line for this trip, light line and, well, light leader, and my main line would be 20-pound braided line, so that's pretty thin as well, so I think that would get the job done. So for the lure selection would be predominantly these really small soft plastics that I have right here. This is glow in the dark one, so probably help a bit in the early wee hours of the morning. So yeah, these small ones would be the primary ones that I'll be using. I'm not sure, I'll see if these are successful, and if they are, I'll just stick to them. If not, I would probably use the Rapala jigging wrap to sort of provoke more of a reaction strike and get the fish more aggressive. Yeah, so these are the ones that I'll be primarily be using. Really light jig heads, really small hooks. Make sure they're sharp, small soft plastics, all about finesse. So my expectations aren't particularly high, so because this is just a spot that I've never been to before, so I'm just going out there to give it a shot and see how it is. I don't really mind if I don't catch anything, I'm just there to have some fun, get the line wet, so yeah, we'll see about that. I'll be filming the video on my way there and while I'm fishing as well, so don't you guys worry. I'll show you how I do my setup and what I catch. Hopefully I catch at least one fish and not disappoint you guys. Alright, thanks for watching.